All right, people, here we go. I kind of worked out some of the problems already for you, so we can make this quick so you don't have to listen to me too long. So, um, if you have compound interest, the amount equals the principal times 1 plus the rate divided by the number of times it's compounded per year to the number of times it's compounded per year times the time power. Okay? Usually this is n, but in this class, they made it k. So, okay, it's a k instead of an n. But that's the number of times it's compounded per year. Okay, so in this problem, 2,600 times a rate of 4% for 5 years. If you compound it annually one time per year, you take your 26,000, 1 plus 0.04 divided by 1 time per year to the 1 times 5 power is $3,163.30. If we use simple interest, no compounding, it's just interest from the start. You take your principal plus your principal times your rate times your time. Good old-fashioned principal times rate times time problem. So your principal is 2,600 plus the interest that you make, 2,600 times 4% times 5 years. You do that, you only get $3,120. So compounding your money gets you more money faster. So number 2, I just did this problem, compounded k times per year, 4 times per year, that's quarterly. Okay, 1,901 plus 0.06 divided by 4 to the 4 times 10 power is $3,446.63. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Now some new stuff that, I really haven't ever worked with much before is present value of a loan. Okay, what's the present value? How much is that loan if you're paying $687.23 per year or per month times 10 years at 7.5% interest, and interest is charged 12 times per year. So we have big R, that's what you're paying per month, 1 minus 1 plus I. I is your interest, but I is not this. I is your interest charged 12 times per year. So you take the 0.075 divided by 12, and then you'll get what I equals. 0.075 divided by 12, and you get what I equals, which is 0.00625. Okay? N is the number of times it's compounded overall. Well, 12 times per year times 10 years, N equals 120. So we put the numbers in. So 687.23 times 1 minus 1 plus I, which is 0.00625, raised to the negative 1/20th power, over I, which is 0.00625. So we're going to take it on the calculator and start from the inside and work out. So I'm going to add the 1 to the 0.0625. I'm going to raise it to the negative 120th power. And then that's that part up here. I'm going to take 1 minus my last answer. And now that's the whole numerator here. I'm going to divide it by 0.00625. And then I get this whole thing in parentheses, and then take it times what I'm paying per month. 687.23. So that loan is for $57,895.51. That's the present value of your loan. That's how much you still have to pay on your loan that you got. Okay? Yeah, present value. Now, if you want to know how much your monthly payment would be on a loan of $20,000 with a rate of 6.6% for a term of 4 years, interest charged once a month, 12 times per year, you would do this formula. What I did is took this formula up here and just solved for R. Just took PV divided by that. Okay? Again, we got to figure out. I is 6.6 or 6.6, which is 0.066 divided by 12. 0.066 divided by 12 equals 0.0, what was that answer? 0.55. Okay, that's I. And 4 years, 12 times per year, N would be 48. So we take and we work inside out here, and then we'll do this last division at the end. So my I here, I'm going to add 1 to it. I'm going to add 1 to it. There we are. And then the n, I'm going to take it to the power of a negative n to negative 48th power. And I get that number. I'm going to take 1 minus my last answer. 1 minus this answer here. And I get that. I'm going to divide it by my rate of 0.0055. And I get 42. And then I'm going to take the present value of my loan, $20,000, divided by my last answer. And that's my monthly payment, $475.22. Okay? All right. John invests $1,900 in a savings account, 7% compounded quarterly. How long will it take for John to get that much money? Well, here's the correct formula for that because it's compounded quarterly. This is compounded continuously over here, so we don't use that. So that's quarterly. Okay? So we say, well, I want $4,150 equals $1,900 times 1 plus my rate of 0.07% divided by 4 times per year raised to the 4 times my time. Okay, my variable's up in power. So this is why we study logarithms. First, divide by 1900. So 4150 divided by 1900 equals 2.18421 equals, and then if I take my 0.007 divided by, clear that, 0.07 divided by 4 plus 1. On this side, I have 1.0175 to the 4t power. I got to get that power out of there. So I'm going to take the log of each side. And what that does is puts that 4t out front by the laws of logarithms that we did the other day. Then we're going to divide both sides by 4. And then we're going to divide by the log of that to get t alone. So I'm going to take the log, and then I'm going to arrow up to that number and say, I want the log of that divided by 4, and then divided by the log of 1.0175. And that's going to take me 11.26 years. Which, if you take the subtract 11 from it, it's that many years, or they're that much of a year. If we take it times 12, that's 11 years and 3 months. Okay? So I'm going to let you play with the rest of these problems, see how good you are, and see what we can do by Friday. Okay? So have some fun. Be good to your sub, Mrs. Blue. And there we are. All right. Have a good day. We'll see ya.